I'm wondering how that all works. It ties together. I mean, omni-channel. Here we are at home. We're getting all of our stuff delivered by whoever, Amazon to the grocery stores, et cetera, and all these other operations like Instacart and things like that. Right? There's so many new services out there, and they really have to build up some sort of data management platform, a CDP, a customer data platform. And so tying the operational stuff and the transactional stuff in with who they are, right? That's really kind of sensitive and interesting marketing information.
It sure is. Wow, Mark. I mean, it's like you. I mean, you've done a ton of research. Just hate to just keep touting R.R. Donnelly so much in this conversation, but one of the things that's fantastic about RRD is the logistics and the supply chain strengths. So you're exactly right. As you scale customer experiences, how do you get to the doorstep is so important. And even to point out another company that's really doing some interesting things in this space, you have emergent technologies like registria.com or Registria, where they connect the ownership experience. They connect the appliance that you buy from a store or online, and they allow you to register that product directly through a digital interface and keep track of the products that are registered. That's a little bit complicated, but as we move forward and we see the Internet of Things come online and we see 5G roll out nationwide or worldwide, the connection between the appliances that we own and our experiences is going to give birth to this new thing called the ownership experience. Right. So we'll see customer experience, employee experience, and now ownership experience. And that really speaks to the integration of logistics and supply chain coming into the CX conversation.
Yeah, absolutely tying the operational things into it is so key. It's interesting too when you think about privacy laws that are coming around. They're already in Europe, in Canada, in many countries. Here in the U.S., it's a commodity. Our identity and our privacy is a commodity. Yeah. Overseas, it is absolutely a right, and it's protected. So I'm wondering if you have some thoughts or you guys had any discussions around how you're going to manage ownership of private, PII, and how's the custody of that work? Is it a challenge?
I would say that number one, we see California starting to pioneer better laws and regulations around privacy. And ultimately, I worry a little bit less about how the legislation and the evolution of that conversation is going. And I focus more on what is the value of the relationship between a brand and a customer. And if the customer is able to share relevant information seamlessly to an organization and that information is not in danger, then I think it's still the fulcrum of any great experience. I would say at R.R. Donnelly specifically, we've been handling this sort of data probably longer than most. So we feel very comfortable providing more rich customer experiences. But that's not to diminish your point, which is it's an evolving landscape and something that all of us have to keep our eyes on and pay attention to. I mean, I think we saw email was the first touch point that really educated us as to, do I want to be on this list or not on this list? But now applications automatically capture your data. Facebook is tracking you through all these websites. It's a big issue, and I don't think it will ever become separate from great customer experiences. So
I think if you're delivering a great customer experience, obviously you want to nurture and have that relationship, with the brand. I feel great affinity towards Apple for whatever reason, or Martin Guitar, right? These are brands I love and trust. But if it's another brand that's trying to make a relationship with me I don't know as well, and they start hitting me up with some, information maybe about, it's the old saying, I've just sat here and talked about brands. Now I'm going to get 5 ads about them, right? Just because of the audio connection. That's the creepy part. Now, when you deal with this kind of mass data, right, you want to make sure that the individual feels they're not, that they're in a conversation, that they're not being violated or whatever in their own inbox.
That's right. That's right.